buffering. We're live. Hi, everybody. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome. Everybody, welcome Jon Binnie, singer-songwriter. And how would you describe your special talent that you are with being a singer-songwriter? And
Yeah, I don't have a short answer, but darkness clearing, healing, and gift activation are some of my gifts that I can help others with.
spiritual energy healer.
That's right.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you for being with us. I am Sun Psychic Jean. This is Jon Binnie, singer, songwriter, and spiritual energy healer. And I'd like to welcome all of you who are here with us today. And also, just as a reminder, if you're watching us live on Facebook, we are not able to see your requests in the Facebook. If you want to come on over to YouTube and put your requests into the chat here, we'll be able to see those. So we have Stephen Rock, we have Sheila McNeil, we have Beth Knight and Butterfly Kisses Healing. Oh my gosh, everybody's here. Hi, everybody. It's so great to
Hello.
see you all.
Thank you, everyone.
Excellent. So, John, where are you joining us from? Where are you at this moment in the world?
I live in Scotland, just on the east coast near the capital of Edinburgh.
Beautiful, beautiful. I do know that you were traveling on a journey at some point, so I just wasn't sure if you were traveling this time. You
That's
were
right.
going cross country. That's good.
Yeah, yeah. With my day job, I often travel over to the US and Canada, and I also love traveling at the weekends. Or now I work. My day job's now part time, so I have even more time to travel. In fact, we were camping just last night, and I was writing a song down by the sea. So it's always like to go somewhere.
Well, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, if you would be able to just give us a little bit of a background about where you were when this all started, how this all began for you.
Sure. Um, yeah, and thank you so much for inviting me on. It is a huge honor, and like you're such an inspiration to me because you've helped give me the confidence to go out in public and like practice and like exercise gifts that you're being guided to share with others, and yet it's quite scary, right? It's like, do they really work? Are they really real? What will other people think? And you're a huge inspiration. Seeing your journey over the last year has just really helped me. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, John. It's my pleasure. I do remember when it was with Shane with Unbiased and On the Fence on his channel. And he gave me the opportunity to come on and practice and hone my skills. And I remember one time you asked me a question, and I was tuning into you, and I said, I see these big letters in capital letters. I said, it's love, Love. I'm like, I don't know what. And you're like, that's the sweatshirt you were wearing. You're like, I have
Yeah.
that shirt on right now. You, it was time after time after time. We were very strongly connected and very in sync. So, and from at that time, you were doing this, but you just weren't doing this on YouTube or on social media. Is that
That's
correct?
right. Yeah, that's so true.
Wow, wow. So, how did you start? Did you always write songs? When did you start writing your own songs?
Um, so yeah, I did. When did I start? I guess I started some songs, a small number, certainly with lyrics and guitar. I tried a bit in my early 20s, and I was in a couple of bands for a couple of years.
Oh,
Um, I did write. I can't remember. Maybe I wrote about 10 or 15 songs, and we played at pubs and stuff, and it was super fun. And it actually, towards the end of that, I had a real kind of like you. Many people would describe it as like writer's block. I just felt like my songs weren't good enough. I felt that they sounded too similar to my own songs or other people's, and that's more about me. It was more about my confidence at that time, and I stopped for many years. it did in between. I did when I wasn't writing songs, I joined like a covers band for about 5 years. I was like every weekend playing in pubs and clubs and dancing on tables and singing along with everyone, and that was super fun, and it helped like bring my kind of inner child out. And we had super fun doing that. But there was always this part of me like, I want to write more. I want to write more. I want to discover the kind of universe inside of me. And yeah, it all really kicked off in 2017, in November, when I went to a Kundalini yoga session where we meditated. I meditated with a group. It was like a friend had invited me along. She said, like, come along, like just try this out. I'd never really meditated before. I didn't know what to expect. And how can I describe it? I saw. Well, I can show you what I saw. Hang on one second. Because a friend, this is a complete coincidence, if you believe in coincidences, but this is what I saw in my mind. And I was like, and so like my kind of human mind, I was saying to people, like the session went on for about an hour and a half. And I was saying, hey, what did you see? Like, did you see like planets being formed and like the energies of the universe? Did you see nebula and stars, and like that this universe is really made of energy first? And some people were like, no, and others said, I don't know if that's true, or I don't really know what to make of it. And by the way, this is a painting by Jess from Galactic Gangsters on YouTube, and she sells paintings as well as many things. And I saw this and I said, that's what I saw in my first meditation. And she's like, no way. So I just had to buy it.
Oh, it's
So
beautiful. Would you hold it a little bit closer to the camera?
oh
Would you
yes,
hold it up
yeah,
a
of
little
course.
bit?
Yeah, let me try. I can maybe do a little bit of a scan.
Oh, wow. Wow, that is so cool.
It is
Wow, so
so amazing.
colorful. Oh, wow.
And it just sits above my mixing desk for music, so it's always there. Yeah, so I had that session, and I thought I'm like, one of my kind of superpowers is like just repetition. So I'm a creature of habit, and I thought, I know, I really enjoyed that meditation. I'm just going to do it tomorrow. So I woke up and like after I'd gone for a morning run, I did like 5 minutes. I was like, I think I'm going to do this more. And so I just kept doing it for a while. And this was all at the same time that in my life, we'd just moved house and we'd bought where I am just now in, it's like a garage. It was a Zumba dance studio, and is now a music studio. And I began just recording songs at like weekends, and things quite quickly started to happen. I started to realize that when I was meditating, I was like, everything wasn't quite as vivid all the time as what I just showed you, but I felt like I was being spoken to. I felt like there was this whole universe out there around me, and it is trying to like communicate with me. And I was thinking, I want to like bring these two together. I want to bring that meditation and what I'm receiving into my music. And so I progressed quite quickly from doing music at the weekends to, I can't remember the exact date. It was about a year later. I remember writing 3 songs one morning, and I thought I could write a song every day. Like I could just do it. And I was reading this book from MJ, A Told to Love. She's in the UK. She's on YouTube every day, and her book is called The Fearless Life Guide. And a big theme of it is like just do it. Like, what are you scared of? Like, are you scared of that your songs might not be good enough, or that what will people think of you, or will you not have enough time? And so very quickly, I just got into this pattern of after I'd done my morning exercise, meditating, and then I would just say out loud. And so I still do this exact same thing to today. I just say, guides, higher self, source, what messages do you have for me today? And I just I listen. I listen with my heart. I listen, through my crown chakra, and I just hear that kind of very faint whisper. Um, and it's like it can sometimes be a bit like a voice. It can sometimes be one of my guides like stepping forwards, and I can see them in my third eye. Sometimes it's a visual. It's always more than just words. It's always like the emotion, the visual, like everything together. And so yeah, and then I always say it out loud what I hear, because it helps me bring it into this like 3D reality. Um, and not forget it. I don't write it down. I just remember the themes. And also, what evolved over time was I also now just record. I call it Jon's Talks Daily Meditation, and I always start the video by saying, "Hi, it's Jon, and today meditation," and then I just repeat what I heard. And that also helps me then when I come to the song. Just again, I just pick up my guitar. And I have other instruments as well. I just pick it up and then I just create the song, usually in between half an hour and an hour each day, and then maybe 10 or 20 minutes to edit the video. And yeah, so forward wind to today. I just finished yesterday. I just finished my 98th album in those 4 years. And I think 1,700 songs, or it's over that now. I never quite keep count, and it's just such an exciting journey, because in many respects it doesn't really matter how many songs I write. It's been this journey of it's like you wouldn't ask someone, if you're running a marathon, how many steps did you run? And I feel
Yeah.
like every song is a step. For me, because everyone's different. Everyone creates in different ways, and for me, a song is like I step forwards into something I've never tried, whether it's the style of the music or the words or the range I'm trying to sing or whatever aspect it is about it. Every song's like a gift. It's unique, and then I just move on to the next. And it was through that practice, and I think uh, it was around 990 songs or something. I like my human mind eventually accepted that this is limitless. Like this won't ever stop. Um, and it was so funny that I'm so stubborn that it took me so long, like so many times. Like, okay, I get it. It's like never going to stop. And I remember one of my guides saying to me, they're just saying, Jon, you have no limits to your emotions, right? There's no limits to the combinations of colors and emotions, of words and emotions, of the movements, like every energy. There is no limitation to it. So why would you ever think there's a limitation to how many songs you can write, or how many songs you can create with others? So yeah, it's been an amazing journey so far.
Wow, that's a beautiful, beautiful story there, Jon. And I did pick up some areas that I wanted to clarify. And what I'm hearing on that last limitless um comment that you made, I heard infinite possibilities, that the
Yeah,
universe is infinite and we are made of the universe and our possibilities are infinite. I also love the fearless guide. What is it? Fearless life guide?
that's right.
Because
Yeah,
the fear in our ego is to protect us to a certain point, but the creativity and our ability to express creativity comes directly from spirit. That spirit is the creator, right? That's what we call it. And the creator wants to create through us. So this creativity that we have is limitless, and it is of high vibration, and it allows us to expand and become aware and to limit the ego side or the analytical side of our existence. Um, and it's important to allow both the creativity to come through in simultaneously with the analytical side. It's a beautiful it's a dance that is very difficult for a lot of us to achieve, And you said it beautifully when you said like your 998th song, you realize that it's limitless. Like it takes us so long to get this, but you keep trying, you keep going in there each day and doing it. So this is a really great reminder for everybody else out there that says that's just wants to give up after 2 or 3 times and they're like, oh, this isn't working. You have to just trust. If it makes you feel good, just do it for you and to be creative. Allow that energy to come through you. I just think it's really beautiful. Um, Also, you on your YouTube channel, you have that you is it that your voice is a resonance at the 432 heart resonance, or is it your songs that you? How do you get to the 432? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I and the I I started my songs at 440 hertz, which is most of our music today is tuned to 440 hertz. Um, and I remember a dear friend on YouTube saying to me, "Hey, have you tried 432?" And it's like, I don't know. Let me check if my guitar tuner can do that. And so literally on my guitar tuner, you just press like the pitch and I went down, press it 8 times. And it's quite funny because every day, whenever I tune my guitar, I have to do the same thing, same 8 steps down. And then I tune the guitar. And so it's only 8 hertz lower. But immediately when I put my guitar, like when I held my acoustic guitar against my chest, the resonance against my heart was like, whoa, this feels amazing. It feels so different. Um, it's like for my heart anyway, like my heart chakra for 440 hertz just feels a bit higher and slightly out of step. And then when I bring it down to 432, it just feels like my whole heart is filling up. So I physically love that resonance. And so yeah, I just most of my music is guitar based, but I also so I just tune like bass guitar and my electric guitar to 432. So I'm singing at the same pitch, and then and sometimes it's a bit trickier with things like electronic pianos. It took me a bit of time to figure out like what apps and stuff I can use to make sure I match the pitch. But yeah, it's that was quite early on. So yeah, the vast majority, maybe since my first album or so, I've been doing 432 hertz. So yeah, I just love that resonance, and it's all about the heart frequency, as I understand it. I must admit, I haven't done a huge amount of research on it, but I do know that it's the heart frequency, and I have like a heart. Recently, I bought like a heart like chakra singing bowl, and so I can play along with that at the same frequency as well, which is just fantastic.
Wow. Beautiful, really beautiful. And for those who are not familiar, if you what benefits do you think would be the 432 hertz? Is it a healing? Is it a unity? Is it a connecting to oneness? Is it all of these things?
Yeah, and I could if I start answering the question by first setting out, just sharing a bit more about my mission, my
Sure.
intention behind it. Um, about 2 or 3 weeks into meditating and writing songs, I just had this kind of this point of inflection, which was what I'm about. I feel like I'm about to do something really big. I'm about to put a lot of effort into something, maybe for years. I want to have a really clear intention about what that is. And I just had, and I really hadn't been speaking to my spirit guides much at that point, but it was what I could hear constantly was like this chorus, like they were saying over and over the same things, they're saying raise their vibrations, raise the vibrations of billions of hearts. And they kept saying it again and again for days and days. And it was just like a quiet voice to begin with, and it just got louder and louder. It's like, okay, I think that's a good idea. I said, and it's really interesting for me as a mission to raise the vibrations of billions of hearts. Because at that time, I didn't fully understand the implications, the journey that was ahead. And what I love about the mission is that it's so ambiguous. There's so little expectation other than taking every heart. Like there's no heart, there's no heart, there's no living thing that's excluded in this oneness. it's all about helping raise. And I did understand at the time that we were, and still are, out of balance with darkness and light. It's often why you see me in black and white.
Oh,
um, and what I was doing is I was realizing that all I need to do is, for billions, I don't know how many exactly, but for many, many people to just lift their vibrations a bit. And by doing that, it helps just balance those scales back to the more universal balance of yin and yang, darkness and light. And so, yeah, so a lot of my, well, all of my music, whenever I create music, I create it with intention. And some, like, you can also describe it as encoding the music. So
oh,
when I sit down in front of I always record on my phone, like in a moment. Um, I've already like set up a safe space. I've already set my intention to raise the vibrations of the people that listen. And as I'm singing, I imagine I visualize the person or the people in front of me, and that they're receiving this music, this healing gift. So every word, and it's often why, I would say the vast majority, not every single song, but the vast majority are positive, even in like the saddest, most kind of sorrowful songs will be this light, this kind of divine spark shining somewhere in the song. And there's always that theme of helping heal people. As I've expanded, different instruments and techniques and musical styles and ranges, I've learned so much more about how to help heal people, and physically as well, help them awaken, help them step into their powers. And I know that it's also part of my future. Part of my future is also understanding a little bit more of my human mind, and probably, I think my heart already knows, like how to use specific sounds with different parts of people's physical and energetic bodies. And I already do some of that today with my energy healing. And so yeah, 432 Hertz, to answer your question finally, is very much like a channel for people to tune in, and it's the hearts I'm connecting with first. So it's like, once I connect into your heart, it's your heart that's listening to the music. Yeah, there's words and there's sounds and there's, songs and there's instruments that our human brains are familiar with, but it's opening that channel to communicate with your heart and to receive that healing.
that's really, really beautiful. I've listened to several of your songs, and I can feel the resonance in my heart. I can feel my heart chakra activate, I believe, is the word that I'm looking for. I also had a
Beautiful.
quote here. I wasn't actually um, that I saw, and I'm just going to pop it in there. And the quote is, hmm, did it go through? Oh, it was
Yeah.
too long. It says, "You don't make music with instruments. You make music with emotions. Instruments just allow you to get your point across." So I thought that was very appropriate for you, because not just using your emotions, but using your heart chakra. And this is where you make your music, is through your heart chakra. You bring in this energetic, spiritual divine essence, and you use your heart chakra to express it, and you allow the instruments to assist you expressing that the healing, the message, the just the mm,
The love.
the love. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. um It was, I just saw it, and I just definitely thought of you with that, and it's just so beautiful, John. I really,
Thank
and
you.
this is only the tip of the iceberg with you, John. But first, before we get into your healing modalities and your ability to communicate with spirit for each individual um, client of yours, or person, how do you think that this has changed you since 2017, 2018? How has this changed Jon Binnie? Do you walk knowing that you are just a soul in a human experience consciously, or do you dip in and out? Like, how has this changed you?
It's changed everything, everything in my life. Yeah, my 25 years in software development is working my way up through manager and director level. I was like, that was like super exciting, but uh, I still, I still do it as a now part-time job. I went part-time about a month ago, um, and I don't know how long I'll do it. It won't be forever, but that has been a big change. I've also, I stopped drinking alcohol just after I went through my awakening, and like my meditation practice, yeah, have also kind of expanded, which we'll come on to, and yeah, my relationships with others. I think initially, I think a lot of people around me, including my partner, found it really hard. They're like, "Who's this guy?" Like, you kind of look the same, but like, what happened? And I know that's a big thing for many people. Is like going through. Everyone goes through awakenings at different stages of their lives, and often many of them. And I feel the general theme is that people are going through them faster. Like, your journey sounds like really fast, and I feel like 4 years to get to, or is it over 4 years now to get to this stage? I'm like, that feels really fast. But if it was even faster, it would be crazy. So I feel blessed at the speed I've been going. Um, and yeah, I think also, like right now we're my family and I, like, our lives are very different. We go camping all the time. We're always like going out and exploring nature, spend way more time in nature. I just love it. And recording music in nature, of course. My family have always loved it, my wife and 2 kids, but we also love, like, we bought a motorhome 2 years ago. And so we now like an RV with an engine. So we like just tour around the UK, and we absolutely love it. We just go to so many magical places, and spend the night and wake up to these beautiful forests and mountains and seas. And yeah, I've also just been what we're going through right now is we're thinking, well, we'd quite like to downsize our house and go from quite a big house, certainly for standards in Scotland, to the smallest we think we could get buy-in. To go mortgage free would be amazing, and to just really release that flexibility in our lives. My children are 16 and 12, and so it's not going to be forever that they're going to be at home. And it's so amazing to cherish time, especially when we're traveling. But very quickly we could find ourselves in a very big house that we just don't need. And I just love, like the kind of energy clearing that I do. A lot of it's physical as well, so physically getting rid of a lot of stuff. I'm really excited
Oh,
about that.
wow.
Like, that would be so cool.
Wow. That's really interesting. You've developed a pattern of rhythm, a practice that engages and enables you to live your human experience in a more fulfilling way, and looking you're not paying attention to society and the programs and the restrictions that some of our culture is putting upon us. You're living from your heart, through your human existence, through your spiritual guidance, and all of these things, all of these changes that you're saying. I'm reading you right now in case you're wondering why my eyes are closed. All of these changes that you're coming upon and you're changing and you're moving into is an expression of your soul's desire, is an expression of the spirit resonance coming through you, that all of these other things are just falling away and they don't matter anymore. It doesn't matter what the Joneses have. It doesn't matter what the other person's lawn has. It matters what it makes me feel like right here. It matters what I express and how I am kind to other people. This is what matters. And you get to what the human expression is really, truly meant to be. And I think that's just really beautiful for a lot of us to consider, to be witness to. And you're an example. of how long it might take and the challenges it might take for us to reach our full expression. It's really very beautiful. So I
Thanks
just
so
wanted
much.
to. You're welcome. Sorry, I just closed my eyes and went right in.
I love
Um,
that.
and I just wanted to say hello. I see everybody, and it would take, I don't want to take too much time from John's um, uh, program here. And I just want to say thank you, everybody, for joining us. I see each and every one of you popping by. I love each and every one of you. And it's just a blessing to have everybody together. And this is a very high vibrational experience. And I just welcome all of you, and thanks. So, John, now we're getting to the good stuff. Oh, and just to let everybody know, we will be taking requests. I'll go ahead and put the banner up, but it may be in maybe another 10 minutes. But I wanted to read this. By asking your question to John, you give him permission to connect with your energy. And we'll be taking requests for activating spiritual gifts, energy healing, or past life healing. So if the moderators who are here would do me a favor and kind of help people to remind them about the types of questions. I'll leave this up for a little bit, and we'll probably do, I don't know, we'll do as many questions as we can, but it may take a little bit longer with each question or with each questioner or with each request. So we just ask for your patience, and we'll just take them at random. And I'll try and do the best I can. But what I wanted to do before we go into answering the questions is to get into how you have developed all of this beautiful experience that you've just described has enabled you to provide healing and provide assistance and services to clients. Can you talk a little bit about what you do there?
Yes, it's been an amazing journey, and it still is. Yeah, so last year, I I had some readings from other very gifted, beautiful souls, and I remember like a couple of them were like energy clearings, and I remember feeling amazing afterwards. Like I had they were, and these were done remotely. I wasn't even conscious they were doing it. Like I think I was sleeping at the time, especially with the time zone difference. And I woke up feeling like I'd been on vacation for like a year. Like I just felt amazing. And it's like, that's impossible. I slept for like 4 hours. How do I feel so amazing? And I remember that kind of stuck in my back of my mind as like, that's real and that's amazing. um, and I was having a reading from Jenny at Starseed Academy. And she's an amazing soul. She's over in the US, and she has like a membership group now. And I was doing like a one-to-one session with her, and she said, "Oh, Mother Gaia, Mother Earth has a mission for you. Would you like to accept it?" And I was like, yes. And I didn't know what it was. And she said, so your gift is, you like your psychic gift is this ability to create this, like channel through this super strong golden light energy. I see you with your hands like this, and through your heart chakra, you can clear energy. And like, I was asking loads of questions, like, what does that mean? Like, what do I do? And she says, I can't really tell you. Like she literally didn't know, but also you're not meant to know. It's a journey. It's a journey. If you choose to start it, you will discover on that journey what it really means. And so I did, I just signed up. It was quite funny. I signed up two of my friends, and they're both called Nancy. And I said, I need to book a one-to-one session with you, and I need to like practice this clearing with you. Is that okay? And they're like, yeah, I'd love to help. So that was about the beginning of last year, and now I do around 2 to 3 clearings a week. And the spectrum of what that means has just expanded so incredibly. It and every session's different. But what I basically do is I set up a safe space. I connect in with the guides of my client, and we sometimes will start with like an energy clearing. So like I bring down source energy, and I can identify through the different chakras, like where there's blockages, where there's any negative attachments, and then remove. So I can either with myself, or I have a Lyran guide, Shal, who's super powerful at helping, and also Archangel Michael, like will work together and then remove, like sometimes quite small, sometimes very large attachments. And we also do things like sometimes it's soul fragments. So sometimes a soul will fragment if, and often a pattern I see is that in a previous life, they've exercised a gift in what they consider to be a destructive manner, and they no longer trust that gift, that part of their soul. So they fragment it off. And often, as the work would have it, that soul fragment is in the lower levels, lower frequencies, or, you know, many of us could call it hell. So I will go there with the higher self, the guides of both myself and the client, and we'll retrieve that part of their soul, bring them back together, reunite them, reintegrate them, and then also work together on their gift activation. So often there's a reason it's happening at that time, and that kind of divine timing is to help then bring back through that spiritual gift that person has. And I can talk through how to help them, what their practice can be to help them step into that gift on a day-to-day basis and bring it into their lifetime at this time.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's mind-blowing. That is, wow. I can't even, wow. I'm feeling some of that, power that you're channeling through you, or not. I wouldn't say channeling, but you're bringing through you. It's all source. It's all source energy. And you said Archangel Michael, and which was the other archangel that you use, that you call on?
I didn't say. I usually work with my guide Shal, who's a very powerful lion. He's like a lion.
Oh,
And
Shell. I thought you were
he's,
saying it was an
yeah,
archangel. Okay. It
yeah,
was your personal guide. Okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
I also work with Archangel Raphael, Uriel. They're the three main ones I tend to work with.
Okay. Wow. And what came to me while you were describing these the gifts and the types of healing that you provide and how it works, is that we are all energy. Everything is energy.
Yeah,
And with energy, if you just like what Tesla said, if you consider the whole world as energy, then the healing is through frequency, right? And this is what you do with your song. So when you do this activation and this healing, where does the song come in? Where does the resonance come in? How does that?
yeah.
Do you want to
It's
demonstrate one, or did you want to kind of just give an idea? We have all of our questions, by the way. The questions are please hold all questions. If the moderators
fantastic.
can remind people. Yeah, I have the banner up there. So if you can just
Excellent.
maybe just generally.
Yeah. And I must admit, like my mind didn't really understand, like, how does music fit in with this kind of galactic energy work? And when I first tried it, it was quite incredible, because I just said to the guides of my client, I said, please channel through me, through the lyrics, through the music, through the tones and frequencies, and I want to help my client feel what they felt. So what they're feeling now, at any time when they play the song back, I want them to feel that same feeling again. I want to bring that healing back. And so that was super powerful. There's a lot of things that happened that I didn't expect. So my voice changes, which is also really strange for me. Like I feel it's almost like my throat chakra just opens and it widens, and you can hear the tone of my voice shifts not quite like, often when I feel like I'm channeling it, it almost like it constricts, but this feels much, my voice becomes much stronger. And the the other aspect of it is that I feel like I can sing. Maybe it's because I'm singing through my heart closer and more freely than I can talk from my heart. And so I'm often able to express more. So whilst it maybe took me 30 minutes in chat to get to a certain stage, in just a few minutes in a song, yeah, I can express so much more, like our guides do, right? Like we can express visuals and emotions and words and sound all at the same time.
Mm, wow. So the intense healing and the trying to listen to your client and remedy their situation would be in a private setting for a one-on-one type of a session with you. This is the type of healing that you do. So with the people who are asking for a clearing or for activation in our chat today, is this something that you would listen to the question and then a song would come to you? How does that work for today? Or do you want to just try it?
Yeah, I'd love to just try it. Yeah, it's usually just I connect, and then I'll probably speak a little bit, and then we can just do the song.
Okay, so there will be a song sort of would it be a cappella? Would it be would you use an instrument?
I'll just grab my guitar.
Okay. All right. I think we're just going to get started. Is that are you ready, John?
I'm ready.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's I feel activated myself just by you talking about the types of healing that comes through you and the way you connect with your guides and the just your descriptions. I'm definitely resonating with and I'm connecting with. I can feel the energy around me is shifting already. So thank you for the loving vibrations and healing that you're sending to me as well
Thank
as
you.
everybody. And this is healing for everybody, not just for the person who's asking the question. Everybody can benefit from this. So our
Yes.
first one is Starfish, and she would like an activation, please.
Thank you, Starfish. And I'd like to begin by creating a safe space around Starfish and I and Jean. And in this golden bubble I create around us, I invite in our guides, higher selves, and source. I can immediately see your sun, Jean, so bright. And for Starfish, I can see her light body is quite dim. Her light body is sitting in the lotus position, in the meditation position, and it's waiting. And I'd like one of Starfish's guides to step forwards to assist with the communication, please. I see this very powerful, it's like a fire. This entity it's showing itself to me as fire. And it's really, really excited. It would like to channel through me. Yes, please do. Starfish, you have waited, and now is your time. Your time is now. Each day as you start your day, see that divine spark in the center of your heart, just like you did when you were a child. Remember it. Feel its passion, its lust for life, the gratitude of the opportunity to play each day, and feel that fire begin in your heart. Breathe deeply 3 times and practice the breath of fire. Short, sharp breaths that bring your body alive. You're waking up already. You have been through awakenings already. And now is your time. Now is your time to bring forward your fire. I am with you. Ask for your fire guide, and I will tell you my name in meditation. I will reveal to you my past, our past together, and how we will work together to activate other hearts, to help others see the fire in their hearts just as you have in yours. I am always here, starfish. Thank you. Thank you to Starfish's guide, and to Starfish, and to all of your guides. That was very powerful.
Yeah. We have some high vibrational questioners.
And now I understand why your sun was so bright. Because, Jean, you were like this, John, like this. And because you were over, I couldn't see her initially. And you're like, oh, you're overshadowing it. And it's like this, the fire of the sun. Remember the fire of the sun. It's like, okay, sometimes it takes me a little bit of time to put 2 and 2 together.
Wow. Very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. Starfish, you'll have to let us know how that resonates with you. And thank you for asking your question. So it doesn't always, this was a message that came through for Starfish that was a channeled message that came through your throat chakra. It wasn't necessarily a song, but if you feel guided to, you'll pick up. Is that right?
I will. That's right.
Wow.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Yeah. Starfish is a member of our community here who is connected very strongly to the galactics and her guides, and feels her calling. So that was very appropriate. And
fantastic. And yeah, divine timing. That's what came through. It's like now, like you've been waiting. Now is the time. And that is so beautiful. It feels like I could see her sat in meditation and been going through awakenings. And it's like that gift is like sometimes we get new guides. This took me a while to get used to. Like sometimes we have new guides that come forwards for us, and she may find this, that I felt like her guide would be like, I've been waiting for so long. And it's like, I'm here, we're ready to go, let's work together.
Wow, that's really beautiful. Well, thanks for your question, Starfish.
Thank you.
Our next questioner is Junosphere, and she would like an activation on her spiritual gifts, please. And let me know if you need time in between, John. We can.
Thank you.
You're just at your own pace.
And so I'd like to create a safe space, a protective bubble around Jean, Junosphere, and myself. And into this protective golden bubble, I invite in our guides, our higher selves, Source, our angels. And I'd like to ask one of Junosphere's guides to step forwards, please. Okay. So I immediately saw a mountain in front of Junosphere, and I was like, is this a blockage? I don't know, what am I seeing? Like it's not a physical mountain, The mountain is the outline, almost like you draw the symbol of a mountain and it has a small snowy peak at the top. And this is actually one of her guides. And this guide would like to, okay, so it is symbolic of your guide. Yes, please do introduce yourself and channel through me. Long ago, it would not be believed that this is possible. But long ago, we were worshipped as gods. For the size of a mountain is formidable in the eyes and heart of small living things. We do not move to the human eye, but we are energy centers. We are the energy from Gaia growing up from her soul, from her core connected to the galactic sun, connected into source. We are the expressions of the land coming into this 3D reality, birthed from energy of fire, birthed into physical existence. And if you sit with us, if you sit with the mountain of me, you can hear my whisper, my gentle, silent roar. As a mountain, I cannot be moved. As a mountain, I resonate frequencies, the slow hum, the hum of Mother Earth. This is your gift. Your gift is of the resonance frequency of Gaia, the healing, the unstoppable energy. And yet you stand silently in your power. This energy heals, clears, cleanses, revitalizes. I encourage you to connect more of your 3D life with these mountains, the mountain of you. Imagine at the core of this mountain, this deep flowing energy, like the heart, resonating, receiving, and resonating out, receiving source and resonating out this beautiful energy. And this is what flows through your human heart now as you ground into that mountain energy of earth and rock. You will help teach people to be the observers of the chaos in their lives and the manifestors of deep clearing, cleansing, healing. Practice with your heart, with your voice. You can try singing bowls, anything that creates a resonance frequency, and your heart can affect this resonance frequency. So if you have a singing bowl, start it to sing, connect in your heart, and imagine it like a mountain sending out these waves, these pulses, and hear the resonance coming back through your ears and feel it coming back to your heart. And And this is your message. Believe that it is true. There is a mountain in the heart of you. Thank you so much for your question. I hope that helps you on your journey.
Thank you for your question, Junosphere, and thank you, Jon. Wow, it takes, I can see it's taking a lot out of you. And the energy that it requires to bring through this healing message. And I'm just going to take this banner off because it makes me a little dizzy. Oh, sorry. But everybody knows that no more questions for the rest of the show there. But thank you very much. And what I just wanted to take a minute, a little bit of a break, and let you know what I was getting. Sort of just hits along with the information that was coming through for Juno. And I got, it's important to disconnect from her electronics and to put it down. And not only that, but maybe even turn off the Wi-Fi. There's something about EMFs that are you're very sensitive, Juno, and you are you in order for you to hear the vibration of the mountain in your heart that Jon is referring to, it's very important that you try and turn off everything. Turn off the fans, turn off electricity, that turn off the sort of like if you were to be in a covered area out in a thunderstorm and listening to the rain, and you'll have no connections to Wi-Fi or electricity or anything, and you're sort of just sitting in a covered area, even if it's just sitting in your car with it off and rolling down the window and listening to the rain. There's something about you connecting with everything else off. Turn your phone off, shut it all the way off. Don't connect to any Wi-Fi. And this is where you'll begin to hear it. I do know, Juno, or some of us may not be able to climb a mountain or to get far into the woods or the forest or something. But what I was also getting is maybe she can bring in a little bit of a garden inside, or maybe she could bring in crystals and listen to the vibration of her crystals. And that's
Yeah.
the earth's resonance as well. But I felt it was really important for her to turn off those electronics and, if possible, turn off that Wi-Fi. You'd be surprised the hum that uh, that goes away once all that is shut off.
That's right. Yeah, I think that's fantastic advice. Yeah, I just at the end I was hearing like like a bat sends out like an echo sound and then and sees. I think that's what you were seeing with like the clearing of the noise around you. You see with your energy, and so being able to have like I always have my Wi-Fi on a timer. It like turns off at about midnight and it comes back on about 6 in the morning, and I just feel like it's one of those things you can do to just help clear the airwaves so you can, in this case, see so much better. And yeah, and to remember that you're on the biggest rock, like planet Earth, and so just to like, to ground and to send your light cord down into the center of Mother Gaia, like she'll bring the mountain to you, and it's because it's always there in your heart. And this gift is just incredible, where what you can do is you can not just transmit this energy, but you're so sensitive that you can hear it and then interact with it. And so you can focus it, like it's almost like focusing its beam, or change its resonance frequency once you start it. And it just feels like that's such an exciting journey to start on.
Wow. So Juno's saying that she's never exhaled so fully before.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Thank you, Juno. And she did also say that she's going to be ordering a singing bowl today. And just as a follow-up, I think that this is important as far as disconnecting to electronics and Wi-Fi in order for you to reach this gift and develop this gift and to interact with this gift fully. And it's not all the time. It's just for you to bring this energy in and develop it with you. And then, obviously we all live with our electronics and our Wi-Fi. It's not required in order for you to use it. It's just required to get to know it, to begin to connect with that resonance. It, I think, is more pure and but not necessarily a requirement, if that makes any sense.
It does. Yeah, something my guide said to me the other day. He said, I was saying to them, when is the best time for me to practice my gifts? And they said, basically anytime you're not on your phone, you're way more activated. And like, oh, thanks. now I get it.
Yeah, yeah. We all love to be informed, and there is really high vibrational information out there that we can that we're linked into on social media, and that's why all of you are here right now. But it's important to compartmentalize or to keep it in doses and to have some hours of the day without it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Very good, very good. Well, thank you, John.
I'm conscious I didn't do a song, but I'm happy at the right time to do one.
Absolutely. Whatever, if you're divinely guided to do that, just it's perfectly okay. All right. So let's see. There's an activation. Okay. Well, here's a clearing. Let me see.
Okay.
Okay, so let me get this one. This is a little different. It's you have my permission to feel my energy and speak your truth on my spirit or body needs. My heart is yours, God lover. Um, then we will cut the cords. Thank you, my friend. So,
And this is from Melinda.
Melinda, yes.
I'd like to create a safe space around Jean, Melinda, and myself. And in this golden bubble of light, we set the intention that only energies and entities, with our permission and with our highest good love and compassion, may see us or access us. I invite in Melinda's guides, higher self, ancestors. I invite in Jean and I's higher self, ancestors, guides. And I invite in Archangel Michael and Raphael. And so even before I set up the safe space, I could see Melinda's light body, and it is like down one side of her body, there's like a shadow. And it is still there. And in this healing, we will understand what this is and clear what is no longer needed. And could one of Melinda's guides please step forwards to assist? Her guide is shape-shifting, trying to show me Melinda has the gift of shape-shifting. Okay, they want me to work, first of all, with Melinda's light body. And so I invite down from Source from the highest aspect of Source, a column of lights, down above Melinda's head, above her crown chakra. And I set the intention that this light is here to clear and to heal and to remove any negative energies or entities that no longer serve her. And that her light will not be harmed. And my guide, Emin Shal, is assisting me as we bring this down. And as we do, we are first filling all aspects of her light body, the crown, third eye, throat chakra, down into the chest, the heart chakra, filling the body with light, with golden light, sacral, solar plexus, sacral, root chakra, filling your whole body with golden light. It is hard to fully understand what I see, but it is a shadow of a previous loved one of Melinda's from many lifetimes ago, and she has not wished to part with this loved one, and she held onto their soul fragment attached to hers, attached to her light body, and over time this had passed on, and she still didn't want to give it up, for it reminded her. But through this holding on and not letting go, it created this negative entity in its own right, her shadow. And so I now bring forth Archangel Michael, and I call upon my light sword, which can only affect darkness and will not harm light. I'm now gradually bringing it down the side of Melinda, and we are first detaching this negative attachment. There are many tears, but there is a celebration also, a celebration of this passing, this releasing. And I can see the shadow now beginning to change. Archangel Michael is holding it at the top as I hold it, at its legs, detached from Melinda, and it is beginning to change, to transmute. Thank you for freeing me. I am free to return to my angelic origins and be reborn again. Rejoice. Rejoice in me. Remember me. With every feather you see, with every smile, with every sparkle, I am there. I never left. And Archangel Michael is now taking this entity back, returning to Source. I can just hear it singing as it goes. And I now bring in Archangel Raphael to assist with this healing, the healing of what was attached. May it now be completed as whole. So again, bringing down source lights and just allowing that beautiful golden light to fill every aspect and clear any wounds that were left from the attachment. Any feelings of lack now replaced with feelings of joy and hope, love, an excitement to see that next sparkle, that next feather. For we are all one, and we never really leave each other. All of our hearts remain connected forever. And for Melinda, please drink plenty of water over the next 3 days. Feel free to reach out to myself, Jon Binnie, to message me if you have any questions. And to remember that you are a beautiful, divine, sovereign soul. You know in your heart what is true and what is right for you. Remember this as you meditate each day and create your own protection, your own golden bubble around you. Keep it clear, keep it filled with love, and be so excited for the future. For now, you're about to step into a whole new version of you. And your guides are so excited to share it with you. Wow. Thank you, Melinda.
Wow. It was really beautiful. It was beautiful, the part where you said that you could hear the angel singing while she was returning home. It was beautiful. It was, and you have this image in your third eye that you're following, and you're seeing all of this divine happening. Wow.
Yep.
And then
Yeah,
but you
the whole
also
thing.
have a, pardon?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Very, very vividly.
Wow.
It was so amazing. And I felt sometimes I have mixed feelings, like if I walk through a graveyard and I think, are we letting go? Are we letting go of our loved ones? Because it's so amazing to celebrate. And I felt like in this case, it was like she was just holding on. And I don't know that if she really remembers the soul anymore, because what was remained attached to her now was not really that, arguably not that soul. Like that soul had tried its best to return to source, but she wouldn't let it go. It's like, no, you're my loved one. I don't want to let you go. And so what had kind of festered instead was this shadow. And it was just like laying across the side of her her light body, and that's now clear. But it is a big energetic shift, and I'm sure she'll feel excited and I think I think she'll feel like she needs to get some more rest and drink plenty of water, and often through something big like that, it can attract a bit of attention. So like with both light and dark entities, so just there's nothing to be scared of. It's just to make sure that you know you just continue to be sovereign, like you always are. Like this feels like me, this is me, and to set up that protection each day.
And the boundaries. Yeah, Melinda, if you have any feedback, be great to hear how you're feeling, and just kind of what you sense from that. Um, whew, that was really amazing. It's very, very deep. It's very involved. It's very uh, sacred. We're moving into a healing sacred space. I can feel the difference, the change in the energy, and the just the respect, and uh, just the higher vibrational energy that comes in around your voice, and your description of what you're seeing and what you're feeling is really beautiful. Um,
Thank you. Yes, it's so important to honor the darkness in us, in all of us, and to honor the soul growth and healing that we can all achieve as we forgive ourselves. So we just forgive ourselves.
Yeah, and if we have an unhealthy attachment or an unhealthy thought form, this is something that may hinder our fullest expression. And maybe that they say release anything that is not to my highest. What is that expression that they say? Not to my highest good. I release anything that is not to the benefit of my highest good.
Yeah,
Um, and this is very specific. I feel it's. I mean, Melinda is very tuned in and feels energies and senses energies, and she does. Um, she's lived quite a, an emotional roller coaster type of life, and she understands. I'm not really seeing any kind of feedback from her. I'm not sure if she's just a little. Oh, here she is. Uh, okay. She says, after I asked, I seen a door. I thought it was to open between us. As you started, I realized the door was within myself. Ah, this is the healing. What a wonderful gift. Thank you, brother. Ah,
well, thank you, Melinda. That's so beautiful. Yes, it is. It is your door. In fact, my song today was from my meditation message, which was I think it's called "Through." I never remember the titles. I think it's "Through the Door of My Fear," and this is you stepping through the fear that's been holding you back. It is your fear that held you back, and the good news is here you are stepping through it, and it's such a beautiful gift because on this other side of it is all of your dreams, all of those gifts that you've been waiting to really activate now.
that's really wonderful. Thanks, Melinda, for your feedback. I appreciate that. So,
Thank you.
I just wanted to let everybody know the questions that we received in, or the people who I have starred, and we are coming up on 1 hour 20 minutes, and I don't want to exhaust John. So, I'm just gonna. Um, I can't promise everyone. Um,
I can do a few more. I'm good to keep going. So I'll take your lead, Jean.
okay, yeah. Um, We'll go with the next one is for Michelle Yernick or Yurick. And question activation for my gifts, please. Also, what are my gifts, if we can?
Okay. Thank you, Michelle. And I create a safe space around Michelle, Jean, and myself. And in this golden bubble, wow, it's a lot of energy. In this golden bubble, I invite in our guides, our higher selves, our ancestors, source, and our angels. And I ask that Michelle's guide please step forwards to show us how to assist Michelle in her gift activation and her knowing. Her guide is showing themselves of electricity. It looks like a lightning bolt. And it's very excited, it's very chatty. You're feeling this, John, you're feeling this energy. Do you know what I am? I am the electricity. I am the electricity in the universe. You will understand shortly. And so it's pointing to Michelle's light body. And I see Michelle's light body is very clear. It is light. To me, it appears like a light that is turned on, like a bright light. There is no movement in her energy, but it is light. Always on, always on. And her guide is saying that Michelle doesn't need any clearing. There's no blockage. It's divine timing. It's divine timing. Thank you. Okay. So this will be an activation that we will start from the center of Michelle's heart. And we will also be singing a song about this. And so to begin, I will be reaching my hands inside of Michelle's heart chakra, my light body very gently. There's such powerful energy here. Through eons and eons, you have grown this gift. And it is just getting started. And I connect above into Source, below into Gaia, and through Gaia into the galactic sun, and back into Source. And with your guide, we will make the on sound as we ignite the spark. Perfect. And I can see now, it's very gently, as we're allowing that source energy to flow. It's coming in through from behind, and then out through your heart chakra. And it is looping through ground, coming back up. And now allowing it to also in a figure of 8 come up, out over your heart, your crown chakra, up and back through. So I'm seeing at the center of your heart where the spark is forming, and it's just beginning this electrical charge. It is creating a positive charge down through the ground. It comes back up and loops up through your crown chakra as a negative, and then back down through the heart. And this is now powering this gift. And your guide is saying, wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know what this gift is? And yes, we would, please. We would like to know. And so this is where I would like to sing a song. And I set the intention for this song that your guide, your guides channel through me so that Michelle may receive this knowledge, this knowing, the knowing of her soul, and allow this gift to manifest fully into this lifetime at the pace and at the divine timing that is right for her. Okay. I'll just be a second and I will get my guitar. Okay. Okay. Sorry for any noises you can hear. Okay. Just pressing record. And take this fire, this electricity from the source of your divinity. Allowing this love, since my soul was born, it's helped me rise above. And to my electricity, I feel the divinity in you and me. Will this spark, I'm helping you grow. I can let your emotions flow. With this spark, I'm letting go. All these emotions, let this divinity flow. With this spark, you find your soul's origin. With my spark, I help you see your soul, your origin.
That was really beautiful, Jon.
Just 1 second, I'll put my guitar
Take your
back.
time. Take your time.
Wow. That took me by surprise. It was so powerful. Okay. Just 1 second. It's so energizing. Michelle, your gift to see the spark in every soul, to help it understand its origin. And since its origin, allow the releasing, like a lightning strike, is the release of this primal elemental power. You help them release their knowing, their understanding. And it's happening for you now, as you will help others. I am always here. Feel me in your heart. I am your guide of electrical divinity. Call on me each day. Ask for me, and I will tell you my name. Please get plenty of rest over the next few days. Drink plenty of water. Thank you, Michelle. Truly incredible.
Wow, Jon. Thank you, Michelle, for your question. And thank you, Jon, for that beautiful healing. And actually, it was the activation and to discover her gift of the electricity of the divine spark that she finds and activates inside of herself, and then also finds and activates in others. Just by being the light, just by being her divine essence, and letting her true energy flow through her will help others.
Yes.
Give others permission to do the same.
She will help them see their sparks in their hearts as she shows her spark to others. They will see the spark in them.
It's really
from one spark to another. Wow. And her guide is, I mean, that, and her gift is so empowering. Like, I just feel like I was starting to feel a bit drained before that. And I just feel like there's, like I've been hit by lightning. It's like this super energetic. And her guide was saying, I couldn't, I had to do the song to, in part, to raise my energy and my vibrations to connect, to understand it. But also they wanted it to flow through. Yeah, and I'm happy to like share that song. I recorded it. I don't know how well it came through my headphones, but I can share that song later so that you can listen to it at any time. Thank you, Michelle.
Wow, that's really, you have all of us like sort of in a trance. Everybody in the chat is saying outrageously beautiful, powerful, blessing. That's amazing. They're crying. They've never felt so much peace. And you've really changed the vibration and the energetic atmosphere that we're all collectively sharing right here, right now. So I believe that
So
with giving this information and this gift to Michelle, you're giving it to all of us. We all of us can benefit from the energies that are coming through here because we're all very tuned in, and we're all open to listening to these messages. And
yes.
we can all benefit. We can all benefit from the energy that is being offered. And you're definitely pulling through divine guidance, divine source. I mean, we can all feel it. There's an energetic shift. There's a change in the atmosphere around me, and in the chat, they're all expressing the same thing.
Thank you. It is beautiful, and it's something we can all practice ourselves as well. I have some like free guided meditations on my channel. I think they're on a page on my website also, and it just helps you practice. You know, it's all something we can do ourselves, is to practice each day and ask those same questions we're asking each other now, like, why did I come here? What am I doing? What's my gift? And because there's a whole team trying to help get through to you. And yeah, I do feel that everyone has these incredible gifts. And thank you, Jean, for your kind words.
You're welcome. We're all being asked to be in touch with our spiritual side, to access our soul's resonance, our higher self, our divine essence of ourselves that is being held in this human existence. We're all being asked, and everybody, we are here because you understand that we're being asked to connect to our spiritual side, to our soul's essence, and to carry and bring this into this human existence. And this is what I believe the ascension, the going into 4D and 5D, going into raising our vibration, creating and developing and birthing this new human as in this higher frequency, so that we can hold this energy of what Jon is just bringing through in our human existence every day, and to live through this, to live in this divinity. We have to raise our vibration. We are all light workers. We are all higher vibrational individuals here on this chat and watching this after. And by knowing this, this is why we're here, is to embody and to create this new human that will raise the vibration of the entire humanity, the collective consciousness, as well as Gaia and all of the creatures and sentient beings on this planet. I believe it's all connected. So,
yes,
Jon,
every living thing.
yes, and
it's so beautiful.
You're taking on a huge, and Jon can't do it alone. We all can't do it
That's
alone.
right.
We need all of you to practice this, to listen to this, to activate this inside of your soul, so that we can all raise our vibration. And then when we raise our vibration, we affect those around us. And we're being called upon right here, right now, more than ever, to be doing this and to overcome and to not let the distractions or the lower vibrational energies pull us down, to really just focus in and raise our vibration. That's just really, really beautiful, Jon.
Thank you.
Ooh, it's a lot too. It's a lot.
It is. And a theme for me this week from my guides has been, in fact, I've started like a small free membership group for people that go through, that I do clearings for. And we went to the Galactic Federation ship for a message from humanity. And they were saying, it's a beautiful Lyran priestess that came forward. And she was saying, we all know, our souls all know why we came into this lifetime. And that in many respects, it's much easier being a spirit guide right now than it is being a human with a soul. And so bringing in a soul into a human existence, this is every living thing on the planet at this time, is a huge thing. And it is so powerful to remember why you came here. The answer isn't outside of you. It's like, it's in those quiet moments every day inside of you, and just listening to receive what it is. And I feel it's unique for all of us. And we all have those beautiful, unique gifts that we can grow and cultivate inside of us. And sometimes it means, facing some of those fears. Sometimes those fears are like paying your bills or clearing your house. Sometimes they're going to a physical place you've never been before. Sometimes they're trying a new hobby or dancing or having fun, or, there's so many human aspects to the spiritual side of what we're living through now. And and as you say, Jean, bringing those two together now, those two worlds, we're lifting both. We're lifting both the physical and the astral together, and it is so beautiful.
As above, so below, as below, so above.
Yes.
Yeah, they yeah, everything's affected, everything in the entire universe, not just here on this earth plane or this collective. Wow. That's very very powerful, John. It's amazing.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
they are posting your website. I also have it on the ticker running below in case anybody is watching this later. They can see your website on the ticker running below. So what I didn't know, and that you don't believe, I don't. It's not that we don't believe there is no such thing as coincidence. Everything is divinely orchestrated.
Yeah.
So as soon as I chose Michelle for the next questioner to come through, she popped up a comment that she was Melinda's little sister. So you read Melinda and then you read Michelle, and they're of the
Oh,
same
wow.
family. So their family really needed to receive these messages, this information, this healing, this connection, and they're a powerful family. It's all,
Yes.
they are a team. They came down here together for this common goal, for this common mission, and to raise the vibration of everything around them. And boy, what a blessing it is to have a team to work with.
Yes.
So, girls, wow.
Thank you
I
so
just,
much.
that was really incredible that I saw that. As soon as she came through, I'm like, oh my gosh.
That is a powerhouse right there. Yeah, thank you so much. And I just see such amazing transformation as you're working together, and and the honor of you coming at this time to get kickstarted. It is my true honor to assist in any way I can. Thank you.
Wow. Um, oof. Yeah, that's so I did have a question if you have a minute. So when you
Yeah.
talk about the light body, is this, and forgive me if I'm asking you to be specific. You don't have to
Yeah.
be because I know
Of course.
it's just your description of what you're feeling and seeing. But I like
Yeah.
to kind of pick up on what you're feeling. And is
Mhm.
the light body and the auric field around our human, or is our light body the soul essence inside of us that is in above in the spiritual realm?
It's a great question. I and it is quite a few different things. In and I've seen in just in our sessions just now, I've seen some of those variances. So usually, if you asked me, my mind would say, I think it's kind of like the higher self, but it's the lowest version, it's the lowest vibration that is sitting within the human form. So it can physically sit. It's like the soul, like the etheric version you describe of a light body. But I don't always see it in the human. I often work with what the light, and so there was at least two people's light bodies were sat independently of their human form. And I think it just depends on whether there is an interaction between the physical and the light body that requires an energetic healing or clearing. So, for instance, there can be a physical ailment where the energetic wound is. And so, in that case, I would heal both. But if it's only affecting the light body, I would only be shown or need to work with the light body. Um, I think.
I know it's hard to describe what we're feeling and seeing because it's from spirit. It's from the divine source that is giving us these images. I was just curious, and it is all the same. I mean, the resonance in our soul that is encased in our human existence and in our auric field is the same as our higher self and our spiritual self. I just was curious as to how you were envisioning their light body, and
Yeah.
you did specify you were not seeing the human, you were seeing the light body separately,
Yeah.
sort of just as a light being, as a
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah. And yeah, often someone, and especially their guides, are shown in many different forms. Uh, and sometimes it's humanoid, and sometimes it's like pure energy. Sometimes I've worked with like Blu-ray energies, and you're like, and sometimes I can't. I really struggle to work with just like what to me, what my kind of human mind thinks is a cloud, and I'm like, could you help me a little bit? Like show maybe like a humanoid, even just an outline that really helped me. Um, and and yeah, when I'm working with individuals, yeah, like you say, it's like it's almost like, I think a big part of my work is that all the past, present, future, every dimension, every frequency of the person is all together at once. And so all you're really doing is just focusing the frequency, and you're kind of connecting and channeling to the part that needs help. And I think often when I'm working with people's guides, we'll go through, the guide will open a portal and we'll travel, in time, or we'll travel through space. And I think a lot of the time, especially for me, they're just trying to show me. They're just trying to like help my human mind catch up, even at a very high level, so that I can express it. And that actually, it's not really that complicated. It's actually much simpler. It's like it's happening right now. It's right there in their hearts. You just need to sometimes go on a journey to kind of take this huge amount of information and energy into kind of bite-sized chunk that at least my little human mind can get through.
Right, right. Interesting. So, do you ever deal with or consider the ego at all, or is that not a portion of anything that you work on? Um, it is. Hmm. A lot of it is the self-doubt, the self-ridicule, the judgment, the hatred, the jealousy. This is all like an egoic type of energy. And do you call it ego, or do you just call it how would you describe working with the ego, or what you see with the ego?
Uh, for me, for me personally, I just see it as the human aspect of me, and yeah, I
Okay.
do feel the ego is part of that, and I less and less, but I still, it's a journey for me. But often, like after sessions like this, it's quite common for me to just feel like my ego's like, did you make it all up? What are you talking to these people about? Like, how are you even helping anybody? And it's like that voice. And now I just imagine, and I feel very much like we're driving in a car, and my ego's just sat in the back seat. They used to be up front, and they used to be driving. And now I'm like, I love you very much. I really need you to sit there. I'm listening. I'm here for you. Like, we're still human. Like, we're gonna like, after this, I've got to do some chores. That's okay. We're gonna do that. And and just saying, my heart's driving. My heart's driving this car now, and we don't really know where we're going. And I'm really glad we took over from my ego, because my ego had very fixed views on where we were going. And I'm like, I don't know where it's going, but I'm so excited at every step, at every turn we take. And yeah, that's what now excites me every day, not like clinging on to this one thing that my ego, might think might be the best thing for me. And I know that I will feel my way, feel my way and surrender to that feeling on that journey. Um, and it's the same with helping others when I'm healing with people. It's often to help just listen to that ego, and then just allow it, just like any emotion, to kind of observe it, let it flow through you. And often, I think you said this earlier, Gene, often the egos like can represent the fear as well, and to be saying, oh, don't do that. And you're like, why shouldn't I do that? Like the kind of the teenager inside of you is like, or the terrible twos when we were toddlers. What if I just do the opposite? What's going to happen then? What if I walk through this door of fear? What's going to be on the other side? Why would there be fear there? Like, that's exciting, and it's hard. It's hard for sure, but it's exciting.
It is. It is. Thank you. That's a very valuable analogy and description there of so your words that you use is the human aspect, whereas I may say the egoic aspect would be one and the same. And these are the things that contain all the programming and all of the environmental influences and the challenges, all kind of lump into this ego or human existence or experience. It's all together, and it's not just singled into ego. But we all work
Yeah,
with our ego, and we all need to let go of the fear and ask the ego to just sit in the back seat, like you said, and let the heart drive, and to trust
yeah,
that.
yeah,
What
definitely.
if you knew that you could never die? What would you do? What could you do? What if you knew you would never fail? What if you knew that you were truly supported by spirit and by divine source in every step that you took? We would all be quitting our jobs and starting our own companies and healing the whole world and just letting go. We're so restricted by what other people may think, what other people may say or do. And we're breaking out of that programming. We're breaking out of that worrying about what other people may think. Um,
Yeah,
and, with these, I listen to near death experiencers, and they say that, they hit a brick wall on a motorcycle and they break every bone, but still, Source said it's not your time. You have to go back. Like, what
yeah,
would we do if we knew we really, truly couldn't die until our time was up? Like, express yourself, let go of the restrictions and the limitations, and just be free. And
yeah,
this is a heart virtue. This is a heart expression to live your life in a fulfilling manner. And this is what you're doing, John. You're living your life and fulfilling your fullest expression in this human existence. But your spirit is just expanding and excelling and enabling your human to live a divine path. Every step that you take, whether you decide to get the house, whether you decide to build your studio, whether you decide to go out on YouTube and do this live, it's all guided. You're all supported, aren't you?
yes. That's so beautifully put. And thank you for your kind words also. And I feel like there's some paradigms we're not used to, right? Like receiving this paradigm of being able to say, uh, to believe it, one thing, right? To be able to say, I believe that the universe has my back, that I'm divinely guided. I came here for a reason, that I'm going to, live well beyond the potential I can even imagine right now. And then the next kind of human test of that is, okay, now tell that to someone else. Tell it to your partner, your friends, your work. What's going to happen? And as those words come out your mouth, what are you feeling as you're saying them? It shouldn't be a belief. It's a knowing. If it's going to happen, you need to know it. You need to know that it's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen, but you know that you're going to step into your highest version of you. And being able to take time to receive, we're so programmed to just like I've been, some of my fears have been around, lack. Like I think at points on my journey, that's why I used to write so many songs, was like, I must like keep, putting out there, putting out there. And then I struggled a bit to receive. And as I approach 100 albums, I feel like it's a big moment I want to celebrate it. I want to say, it's not the steps in the marathon that I'm running. It's the celebration of the journey that I want to receive and to acknowledge in myself, and I'm open to receiving from the universe whatever comes next. And every time I take a brave step forwards, like a month ago I just said to my boss, I want to go from 5 days a week to 3 days a week, expecting a no. He said yes, and then just a few days later he gave me a big pay rise. And I was like, because I was expecting my pay to go down by 40%, and I was like, oh, okay. And you can't explain that, right? How could you explain it to someone saying, hey, if you jump off that cliff, you're gonna fly? And you're like, yeah, sure, that. But these unexpected things, like, they really, really happen. Um, and it's not that unbelievable, right? That people around the world get pay rises all the time, and it's a true blessing. But at the same time, you're thinking, wonder what magical things be around the corner if I just took that step forwards now. And especially when you're feeling that soul nudge, that kind of pull in your heart, it's coming from you. You're like, I really want to do this thing. Oh, I'm a bit scared, but something bad might happen. It's like, well, what if you just tried it?
That's beautiful. Ooh, that's really, really beautiful. Well, we are coming up on 2 hours, and how about if we have you back, Jon? Would you like
I'd
to
love to
come
come
back?
back. Yeah, that'd be
Because
super
I
fun.
know
Thank you.
it takes a lot of energy, and it takes a lot of just collective energy. And yeah, I just want to honor the process and honor the your experience and your sharing your gifts with us. And everybody is welcome to check out jonbinnie.com and go and check them out and get a private reading with Jon. And it's just thank you very much for coming on and for sharing your gifts with us. And I loved hearing all about your journey and how this came about. You're very articulate, and your the sequential and the simplicity of explaining how this all happened for you was beautiful to hear. And I'm so grateful that you came onto my channel and into our community and shared all of your blessings with us.
Well, thank you so much. It's my true honor to. I'm kind of starstruck being being with you, to be honest, Jean. And I feel like I felt it was a big moment for me to come on today. And my soul, I just feel like my soul and my guides, my heart are just singing, with just rejoicing, celebrating the this connection together, and with all the beautiful souls that are in the chat and the replay. It really is a true honor to assist and to hopefully help inspire people to follow their own gifts and their journeys. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. So if you don't mind, Jon, I just would like to take a moment and thank all the people that are here. I thank Starfish, Juno, Belinda, and Michelle, that all of the people who were asked their questions. I know that there was a ton more of you that asked your questions. And I just wanted to give the process the time and the respect that it needed. And we'll come back and we'll take some more questions, or go over and visit Jon Binnie and schedule a private reading with him. So I'd like to say thank you to Butterfly Kisses, Sherry Luke, Ruth, Warrior Girl, Starfish, Beth Knight, Gypsy JJ, T Barb, Tracy Ralph, Vivian, all the moderators. You guys were doing a bang up job. Thank you very much. And
Thank
Juno
you.
and Alice. Let me scoot up here. I know that Joan was here. Wisdom Seeker Joan was here, and Ruth is here. A very, very high vibe. And the Crone Zone was here. Tracy Ralph. I don't know if I said Tracy Ralph. Dana is here. I see each and every one of you, and thank you very much for all of your participation, all of your help, and helping us to raise the vibration here in this space. It's very important. This is very sacred space that Jon requires, and it's all of you who are here now and who are watching on Facebook and who are watching after this live recording. You all help us to raise the vibration. It's we just really honor you. Thank you. I wish I could answer each and every one of your questions. Maybe one day I'll try a marathon or something. But it's a lot. It's a lot for the first time. So
it is. Thank you so much, everyone. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you again, Jon. And we'll see you again soon. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. See you
Bye-bye.
soon. Thank you. Bye.